being here tonight. It's a very, very special evening, and one of the reasons for the choice of this particular venue is the fact that we're here at Maida Vale, the BBC's legendary Maida Vale studio. In fact, Maida Vale 3 is where so many great sessions have been recorded for BBC Radio throughout the years. Indeed, if you look up to your right, there's even a plaque on the wall there. This is where Bing Crosby recorded his very, very last session before he passed away. This was just after he'd done Little Drummer Boy with David Bowie and all of that. So this is a historic venue. And it's also the place where Traffic recorded so many of their early sessions for BBC Radio 2. In fact, a lot of the music that we've been listening to dates back to the time of those sessions when Traffic were here on this floor, recording for people like Brian Matthew and Alan Freeman and John Peel, Pete Drummond, and myself, in fact, because I started on Sounds of the 70s in 1970. So I was very privileged to spend time with Traffic at that particular time and forge my friendship with Jim Capaldi. Jim was an incredible person. He was a patchwork quilt, I think I've said before, of creativity spanning across so many years. And the book, I don't know whether you've had a chance to have a look at it yet, but it is absolutely beautiful. And so many of the people who created the story of Jim are represented in that book. I'd like to thank everyone that's contributed to the book for your marvelous, marvelous contributions. The book is very, very special, and it's a privilege to be here introducing this evening and to welcome you to Maida Vale 3. From Genesis Publications, I'd like to introduce Mr. Nick Roylance. Where are you, Nick? Here he is.
Thank you, Bob. So my sister Catherine and I are just going to say a couple of very quick words. First of all, we wanted to thank everybody for coming tonight. And we know a lot of you were friends, are friends with Anina and Jim. And a lot of you actually took part in the making of the book. So we really wanted to extend our thanks to everyone who's contributed, and especially to Steve and Robert. Second of all, obviously, deep thanks to Anina. This book began with Jim, but it was Anina who brought the book to the attention of our late father and founder of Genesis Publications, Brian Roylance. Sadly, neither Jim or Brian had time to finish the book. So we are very, very grateful for Anina for continuing the journey with us. And yeah, we really hope you enjoy this first chance to see the book.
We'd also like to thank all the Genesis staff. They worked really, really hard to get finished books in the hands of all our readers in over 50 countries. We'd also like to thank Bob and Trudy, who've been really supportive of this project at every stage, including tonight. And we hope that you like the first chance to look at Jim's book. And we hand over to Anina. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. I'm going to have to read it because I'm feeling very emotional. It's a very special day for me and evening. So, yes, thank you all for coming and being here tonight. And what a special evening it is for me and my daughters to be able to announce that Jim's book of lyrics is finally published. Some 10 years ago, Jim started gathering all his favorite lyrics together into a book. But sadly, he ran out of time to finish. And one of his last wishes was for me to complete what he had started, and I promised him I would. So it has been a real labor of love. Of course, I couldn't have done without the help and support of so many great people and friends, some of whom are here tonight. Thank you. First, I would like to thank everyone at Genesis for their hard work, expert guidance, and dedication in helping to put together this wonderful book. A huge thanks to all of Jim's friends in taking the time to write and send in all their lovely quotes and anecdotes about Jim, making this book truly special. Thank you. A special thanks also to my dear friend, Dave Oxtoby. I know you're here, Dave, for allowing us the usage of your wonderful artwork entitled Rock On JC. A very special thanks to Robert Plant and Steve Winod, who are here tonight, for all their friendship and support in helping me realize this book. Robert very kindly wrote the foreword and also wrote a lovely letter about reconnecting with Jim at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004. Steve contributed an interview especially for this book about his time in traffic and his long-term friendship with Jim. And both signed countless copies of the book, too. Thank you so much to you both. Your generous contributions would have meant so much to Jim. And a very big thanks to my dear friends Bob and Trudy Harris and their son Miles for their constant love, encouragement, and enormous help throughout the book project. And thank you, Trudy and WBBC, for organizing the launch tonight. And last, I need to thank my daughters, Tabitha and Tallulah, for all their love and support. Jim was such an inspiring, exciting, passionate, and fun person to be with, and I was very lucky to have shared my life with him. I hope this book will be a way of remembering him through his lyrics, the photographs, and all the lovely contributions from his many friends that helped to capture Jim's spirit. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Standing all alone against the world outside. We were searching for a place to hide, lost and lonely. Now we found the will to survive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive.
Don't you worry, sometimes you just gotta let it ride. The world is changing right before your eyes. Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside.
When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. I would die for you, climb the highest mountain. Darling, there's nothing I wouldn't do.
Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside.
When we're hungry, love will keep us alive.